Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Ulysse Nardin Maxi Marine Diver. You can see this 2007 special series with yellow accents and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and of course complete pricing details for this Ulysse Nardin Maxi Marine Diver Special Edition. Now on my wrist, 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters in circumference, you can see the watch is the somewhat quirky Ulysse Nardin 42.7mm case size. Think of it as a 43. Now that's the measurement from roughly 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock, not inclusive of crown or crown guards. It's not thick, 13.5mm. You can see clearly it swells a little at the lip of the bezel, so it leads with the bezel, and it might flare out and stop up perhaps the tightest of dress cuffs. 13.5mm thick is largely irrelevant when you're looking at the aesthetic of this timepiece, because you just know you're not going to wear this with a tuxedo. From lug to lug, and I do mean metallic lug to lug, it's fairly compact, 46.5mm, but that doesn't fully explain how the watch wears because of the conforming end links to the straplet, the combination strap bracelet. You see how it flares out over the wrist, but the redeeming feature is this double articulated, double hinged titanium insert on each side. That means that although the extremity to extremity measurement is 59mm, pretty substantial, nevertheless, not only can I wear this watch on my 16cm wrist, but I estimate it can be worn with proportion and security on a wrist as small as 14 centimeters, not my 16, 14 centimeters. So this is a good watch for small wrists if you like the big watch look, but don't quite have the forearm to pull it off. This could be your best friend. Now the strap tapers nicely as it approaches the soft underside of the wrist, and it's paired with a double deployant full titanium clasp that is secured by triggers, so you do need positive release to open it. It can't pop open, it's not friction fit. You'll note the case back of this one is solid, and the rule of thumb for Ulysse Nardin divers is 200 meters with a display case back, 300 meters with a solid case back, and that's what you have here with a roll call of Ulysse Nardin's historic gold medal victories in chronometry competition. Now, Ulysse Nardin broke with the conventions established by Rolex and Blancpain in the early 1950s. So rather than creating a watch that looks like another Submariner or 50 Fathoms, Ulysse Nardin started with what it does so well, translating the look of its historic deck clocks or marine chronometers from the bridge to the wrist. A marine chronometer in wrist form debuted in 1996. Again, named the Marine Chronometer. In the early 2000s, it gave birth to the Marine Diver, the watch you see here, a dive watch that essentially derives from an entirely different styling heritage than the copycats, the also-rans, the clones that populate the dive watch market. Now you'll note that it features a plaque on its flank, just like those old marine chronometers. It features the same layout with a power reserve at 12 o'clock and a small second subdial at 6 o'clock, albeit enhanced with a magnifier and a date window. You can see the dimpled surface of the dial, just like the old deck clocks. Unlike the old deck clocks, though, this one fully blazon with superluminova for easy legibility in all lighting conditions. Now there is a actual polymer or rubberized insert within the bezel, making it considerably more durable and scratch resistant than anodized aluminum, and of course, not being ceramic, it can't shatter. It is a dive bezel. It is nicely indexed. It feels good. It sounds good to use. You can align the luminescent index with the minute hand. Now you have an impromptu chronograph that can time an interval from 1 to 60 minutes around the dial, and of course you do have a power reserve scale, so if you like to rotate between watches, you know when to wind this one so it doesn't run down in between wearings. Inside is a Ulysse Nardin caliber 26. The screw down crown and solid caseback endow it with 300-meter water resistance. Automatic winding endows it with a 42-hour power reserve. It winds in both directions, bidirectional, being based on an ETA 2892A2 in chronometer spec. It's incredibly smooth, silent, and also incredibly accurate. Now it possesses the underlying virtues of the 2892, being very tough, very smooth, with a quick set for the date and hacking seconds to synchronize the watch so you can stop the balance and halt the seconds. But it also features Ulysse Nardin's own in-house small second and power reserve scale module, and because it is a relatively short power reserve scale, winding it up from a discharge is fun because you can watch the power reserve move in real time. I'll demonstrate just how quickly it moves when you wind this watch. Again, with 8-day power reserves, you feel like you're winding forever and the needle never moves. With 42 hours, you get part of the theatrical value of having the added complication. And of course, COSC certified, it's extremely accurate, and with 28 joules compared to a standard ETA 2892's 21 joules, you can see that Ulysse Nardin did considerable in-house work improving the caliber. This is a cheerful, fun, exuberant watch that represents everything Ulysse Nardin does well. That marine chronometer look transferred to the wrist, the unique straplet ergonomic system, of course, the use of color, incredibly cheerful, incredibly UN, and of course the whole sensibility, upscale but lighthearted. This is what people love about Ulysse Nardin, and this watch embodies so much of the brand's strengths. You can see and you can purchase this timepiece on our website.